Hey everyone, it's Kathleen over at BookBrush, and today I have a really fun video that looks at the toggle outline and fill. So with the elements, you can do an outline instead of the actual shape or image that's there. Plus, a really cool little thing that I like to call a text sandwich. So let's take a look. For today's example, we're in the Custom Creator. I have a general Facebook size horizontal ad in the workspace. And then let's talk about the first thing I mentioned, the outline option. So you're going to find that when you go down to Elements. Anything in Elements has the outline option. So let's look at a shape first real quick. See all, click this, double click for the editing. And this is easy to miss. This little circle here on the left-hand side says toggle, outline, and fill. So that gives you your same item, but with an outline. So let's do just a quick little ad here. I'm going to build this, and we're even going to put in a text sandwich. Background, we're doing winter. I'm double clicking. I can make it larger if we want to. And then I also really like to do a little bit of blur over here. Maybe a little transparency. Background today is not the star of the show. Next, I'm going down to Elements. Under Text, click See All. And I'm going to work with the new release. So we'll place that in here. I'm going to double click, and I'm just resizing by dragging the corner. You can also use the slider here on the side. Place that here, and I'm adding a book template. So book template on the left. I want a pretty straight facing, so we'll choose physical book. Double clicking, and then I'm resizing holding the shift key so that it stays in proportion. For my text for new release, I'm in Chrome and I have the color picker here. You can come over here, it's currently black, choose the eyedropper, and then we can match that blue. You don't need to know the color code, it just perfectly matches that. So there's the first one. Now I'm going to actually duplicate this with the plus button, so you can make a second one of anything if you need it. And now we have two. Both of those I'm going to move down here a little bit. Now these are in the order that we added them, but if you need to rearrange, you can always use these little arrows here, so I could send it behind the book or bring it back forward for the toggle outline and fill right over here. And then you can adjust the thickness if you want to. And bring it down and set it on top. Here's where it gets pretty cool. I'm taking the book, and it's like a text sandwich. The book is in between. You can place it wherever you want, or you could add animation. We're doing lots of things in this video because I just can't help myself. So we'll double click the book. Any of the paid plans have animation here at the bottom of the editing tools on the left. Click add animation. And you'll probably have a few here. I've got some saved as favorites, but I don't want you to miss anything. So let's click see all 100 here. They're organized by attention grabbers. And then entrances, and entrances is what we're looking for here. We want this to fade in. I've already got fade in right. I'm going to also add fade in left with a check mark, and we will click it. You can hover to see what it's going to do. So when it says fade in right, it's coming from the right. Fade in left is coming from the left. Push play in the top stripe, and it fades in. So if you think about if you want it to go through the whole image, you're going to place it at the destination. I'm going to move it over here, then push play. And let's say you thought that was just a little too speedy. It defaults over here on the left to a duration of 3 seconds, but you can increase that. So I've got 8 seconds now. And it takes that much longer. So whatever seconds you have, that's how long it will take to travel across to the destination. Another way to think about the elements and shapes in here with the outline, we'll grab a heart, I'm going to double click, make it quite a bit larger here, do some gradient color. So I've got one color here, click gradient, and we'll make it more of a pink. So we've got a nice romance theme here going. Duplicate with the plus button. So now I have two. On the second one, outline and fill. And then we can take that first one and we'll make it a little bit smaller. And now you have the two of these in here. Place your book inside if you want to. So this second one here, the larger one, is just the outline. And you could layer several of these if you want to. And of course, you've got the blur option. So if you try these, put something in the Facebook group and let's see what you create.